Being born into a political family isn't always easy. You automatically inherit certain expectations and a certain level of stress, especially when the campaign season kicks into high gear. Well, tonight we're hearing from a woman who knows campaign season well. She's watched her dad, her brother, and now another brother walk the campaign trail. Dorothy Koch opened up to me and talked about her journey and what it's been like to watch her loved ones through the political process.
So this is where I go to do a mindful walk.
This is one of Dorothy Koch's favorite places to walk.
I have dogs, and so they always bring me down here. And so I'm down here maybe twice a day.
She calls it a meditation walk, where she focuses on the crackling of the leaves, the air temperature.
My mind begins to wander. I can just begin to notice the rhythm of my legs, or I just come back to my breath.
The youngest daughter of President George H.W. Bush, she's often called Doro, and she's taken quite a different path from her father and brothers George and Jeb. Today she's devoted to the mind-body-soul movement, helping connect people with resources to reach better health.
We believe that the health of the mind is equally as important as the health of the body.
But it was actually the politics that brought her down this path. The stress of the political world led her to practice mindfulness.
I needed mindfulness because I come from a family that's in the spotlight. And even though I'm not in the public eye all the time, it affects all of us. In good ways and in bad ways.
She says mindfulness, being present in the moment, helps her overcome the negative things she hears about her family in the media.
For me, politics is personal because it's my family, and just being aware of my thoughts, and are my thoughts productive?
President's running for president.
And now with another brother running for president?
When I heard Jeb was running, I first thought, wow, I'm not sure I could go through another campaign. But Jeb is so smart. It's almost harder for the people that love the candidate rather than the candidate.
She tells me her family practices mindfulness in their own ways. Jigsaw puzzles. Her brother George has taken up painting. 2 of his latest pieces hang in Doro's home. Here's one of her 2 dogs and a painting of her garden.
I know that when George, my brother, was president, he was very mindful. He wouldn't watch all the, talking heads, tear him apart.
I asked Doro if there was a particularly tough time for her in the span of her family's political career.
9/11 was one of the most difficult times. I was scared for my brother's life, really. He was a target and people wanted to kill him. With the mindfulness, I was able to not get carried away with thinking, there was a terrorist around every corner.
Doro tells me today she often turns to mindfulness when she gets worried about the health of her parents, now 90 and 91.
Dad had not a great summer in that he broke his neck. And but he says, I can jump out of an airplane perfectly well, but I couldn't get out of bed without breaking my neck. It's so unpredictable. It makes no sense to ruminate about that.
So she's learned to control the thoughts before they can control her. And through her conferences, she's teaching others how to practice mindfulness too. Her way of sharing and spreading the message of better health. So this weekend's conference is called Achieving Optimal Health, and it's at Georgetown University, and Dorothy Koch is one of the founding partners. There are other founding partners, three others. And in addition to mindfulness, attendees learn about healthier eating habits, what it takes to live your healthiest and happiest life. And if you want more information, you can go to our website, and we will link you to the conference site. It's really great, and they teach so many different things about living a healthy
Well, you and I
life.
have known Dora for years, and she's always been very soft-spoken.
Yeah.
But you really get a sense of how her energy has changed through this. She really seems very calm and at peace in a family, like she said, that's very much in the spotlight.
Yeah.
So good for her. It really seems like it's taken her in a positive direction.
Grounded her and yeah, really.
And who knew about the president's artwork?
It's incredible.
I never heard about that until today, and it's good. And my guess is it will become, it'll be a good investment.
Well,
someday
he's had a whole exhibit at the Bush Library of paintings that he's done of world leaders. So incredible stuff.